Hello everyone, I am Halivinisa and I am MA B.Ed. Welcome to my class and I am available through WhatsApp. I am looking forward for the classes online meeting. Today's class we will discuss about the 10th standard first lesson from the social studies, that is India relief features. As we know that in social studies a subject which is including the four parts, that is geography, economics, civics and history. But today's topic is related to the geography part, that is India relief features. In this chapter we will study about the relief features of India. Chapter that includes the climate, Indian rivers, water resources, pollution, population and other resources also. So, we will examine that the linkage of the relief features of India in today's topic. Imagine any two places would you see in our country, that is states or any city. Then select the reason why you selected that state or why you selected that place. And write about that features, relief features, and what are they and why you are like that much, why you mention that places, why you first imagine that place through the India. So as we come to know that which place and which thing is attract to you to mention that place in the first in your imagination, we will see why it is and how it is work. And as previous classes we have discussed about the physical features of world and the physical features of India also. Now in today's class we will discuss in detail. So as we see now, just to see this is the world map and it is divided into these two parts, two greater parts, and we can see that clearly that where is India located in the world map. Easily you can, yes, it is here. So look at that above the map and write few words what you are observing in this map and what is the highlight of this map that first you observe and first you notice in this. Just go through. First we are seeing that the physical features of world, then how the countries are divided into and how the continents are divided into and what is the part which is covered water and how much of the part is covered as land. Getting? This map shows the more important things, that which place is situated where and what is the location of that place, how we can calculate and we can notice the location of any place on the map through the imaginary lines, through the help of imaginary lines that we call as longitude and latitudes. Here you can see this, the thin lines are there which are making the boxes and checks on the world map. Why? Because it is locating and defining the time and location of the place. Particular place, we can locate the particular place on the map through the help of latitude and longitudes. And through the help of latitudes and longitudes only we can measure and we can calculate the time. What is the time of the world and what is the time of the individual country, and in country what is the time of individual and particular state. Okay. See here on the map clocks are there. Why? For the time location, for the calculation of time only. It is divided into the degrees as situated on the directions north, south, east and west. Okay. After that, here you can see that equator is crossing the line between the world and which is calculate the meridian of time. Okay. Here you can easily see and observe that degrees are also mentioned on the map, and as well as you can observe your atlas books, that is in that book very small points are mentioned as per the latitudes as per the longitudes and as per the degrees of this time which is mentioned on the maps. Okay, we can easily find out. Through the help of these, we can find and we can locate the particular place on the world and as well as on the country. Okay, here we can see that India is very extensive country and lies totally in the southern hemisphere of the globe or of the map. The country's mainland lies between the 8 degree north and 50 degree north longitude and the 68 degree south and 9 degree east latitude. Here we can see that and imagine that here you can see an Arctic circle. Yes, you can locate the India easily. And now where is the Indra point in the atlas? Means you can see very easily in the atlas, that's why I mentioned atlas. You can also locate the Indra Park here only, but it is very thin in this map, we can't notice clearly. But see in your atlas or see in your textbook that where is Indra Park and locate it and mark it. Okay, then after the notification and marking and explain that, define that in your own words what you are finding and how you are finding and what you are observing about the Indra Park in the atlas where it is located. Okay, after that come to the Telangana lies between, we will see where the Telangana lies in the north east longitude and the west longitude. Here Telangana lies between the 60 degree and 30 inches in north and 18 degree 20 inches in north latitudes and the 77 degree 31 inches and 79 degree 31 inches east longitudes. Okay. Using this scale, we come to know that the coastal lines of India, okay, the coastal lines of Gujarat, Odisha. Here, why? Because as we know that India is a peninsula, we know that. That's why. So that the geographical location of India provides a vast diversity in climate conditions and led to a variety of vegetations and life forms along with the advantages of growing a variety and many kinds of crops through this. And it's a long, vast coast and location in the Indian Ocean and which enables the trade to contribute for the routes for business, for trade and as well as for fishing also. As we know through the previous classes that the latitudes and the longitudes and the question of time and travel, how it is travel and how it is calculate, we know very well from our previous classes. Now from our atlas, examine that the Indian longitudinal extension for India, the central longitude is on the degree of 82 and 30 inches east is taken as the standard meridian time which passes near the Allahabad. This is the reference of Indian Standard Time, that is IST, and this is the difference of a 5.5 hours ahead to the Greenwich time, which is GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, which is calculated through the equator and the Greenwich time. Okay, just roughly we can see this. See on the board how the standard meridian is passing through the 82 degree and 31 inches here. It crossing the Allahabad. Allahabad is here, you can see. Here it is passing through like this, and this is standard meridian which is passing through the Allahabad at the degree of 82 and 31 inches, and you can see the boundaries also. Here the Pakistan, China, Nepal, Tibet, and here the seas are also which is covered through the water. Don't forget it. You have to understand and you have to remember for all the time, that is, this is the standard meridian time of India which is passing through the Allahabad. Just remember it at the degree of 82 degree and 31 inches. Easily you can see on the political maps where you have to mark the meridian like this you can. On that political map you can see the degrees mentioned there. Just you have to draw on this standard meridian. Okay. Now we will discuss about the geological background of physical features of land and the physical features of India, how they formed and when they formed and what is the reason to form that land into the different phases and into the different types. Okay. About the movement of Earth's crust. From the previous classes, the Indian landmass as a part of Gondwana land, which originated due to the geological formation and the several other processes like weathering, erosion and deposition. This process over the million of years have created and modified by the physical features as they appear to us today. Okay. World landforms originated from two giant landforms, that is namely as Angara land, Laurasia and the Gondwana land. The Indian peninsula was a part of Gondwana land. We know very well this is. Over the 200 million years ago, Gondwana land split into pieces and the peninsular Indian plate moved towards the northeast and collated into the much larger erosion plate that is called as Angara land. Okay. Here the collision and the immense compression force mountains evolved through the folding process over the million years ago. The present form of the Himalaya is the result of that process. We know that the tectonic plates are formed and when they active, when they remove that they will remove the part of a land from one place to another place through the moving of that movement, that physical land will be converted into the other form of land. That is the folding of a land through the erosion and through the moving movements that is formed the Himalayas. The breaking from the northern corners of the peninsula plateau led to the formation of a large basin. In this, due to this courses of time, the basin slowly got filled with the sediments deposits by the Himalayan rivers from the north and the peninsular rivers from the south. Means here sediments means the flow, the things which are coming with the flow of water. In that sediment there will be the sand, there will be the mud, there will be the stones, sometimes rocks also and sometimes the precious gems also. Okay, that sediments fill that basin to the Himalaya river. The Indian peninsula was a part of Gondwana land. Over the 200 million years ago, the Gondwana land split into a smaller pieces and the peninsular Indian plate moved towards northeast and collated into a much larger erosion plate that is called as Angara land. Owing to the collision and the immense compression force, mountains evolved through a folding process over a million years ago. The present form of Himalayas is a result of this process. Why? Because all this happened when the tectonic plates come to the movement and come to the force and the physical features of land has been changed before a million years ago only. That process which has held before the 200 million years ago, now it present the physical features of world, now it present the physical features of India. As per the folding of a land through the movements of and moving of a land and crushed down into a small pieces that are collated with the other land and folding itself into and as a mountain, that is Himalayas. Okay. Now the breaking of from the northern corners of the peninsula plateau led to the formation of a large basin. Due to of this course time, the basin slowly got filled with the sediments deposits by the Himalayan rivers from the north and the peninsular rivers from the south. Getting this created the extensive flat northern plains of India. How the plains are forming? You are noticing that the basins which are deposited from the sediments by the Himalayan rivers that is come from the north and the peninsular rivers which is come from the south, they form the plains, plains, which we are called as the plains of India, and that this created the flat nether plains of India. The Indian landmass, have a look at this picture and observe that how the rivers are coming and how the Thar Desert is looking. Then the Peninsular Plateau is one of the most ancient land block on the earth's surface.